Because it's been nearly 4 years since I've reviewed a folding phone on this channel, and I reviewed a Galaxy Z Fold, and it looks like this week the Galaxy Z Fold 7 is finally coming out, and so many people are excited to unbox it and see it and experience it for the first time. I decided this week would be the perfect time to jump back into foldables, especially because it sounds like Apple's considering getting into the foldable game. I want to see how far they've come and if I can find any usefulness out of them. So today we're going to be unboxing a Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold because I am sick of having Samsung account emails in my inbox all the time. And as you can tell, I did not buy this brand new because I'm a big fan of buying products renewed or used, just because, especially in the case of Androids, you can save so much money this way. So this one I bought from Amazon in the like new condition, and they said the main reason it's considered like new is because the packaging is a little worn down, which I don't really care that much about. Let's just be grateful that the delivery guy did not fold the box in half when putting it in the mailbox. That's refreshing. So obviously this has been opened before, but looks like they ship it unfolded. There it is. Honestly, looks very clean out the box already. And I know a lot of you probably want me to buy the latest and greatest Galaxy Z Fold, but I'm sorry, I'm a big fan of Pixel's color science, especially when it comes to their video and photo performance. And I use a ton of Google services as is. So this one kind of blends into my ecosystem very easily. Wow, we've got included USB-C cable, but no brick. Thanks, Apple. You are the reason Google decided that was okay. But honestly, this looks pristine. I mean, there's no plastic, I believe, I can peel off on the inside, but it feels really smooth. I'm actually impressed by how smooth the bezel to screen seam is. There's just a little bit of a lip, but it's very subtle compared to the last folding phone I used. Thank God they still have a physical SIM tray as well. That's refreshing. But this is definitely one of the cooler parts. We just have a big, very normal looking front-facing display that appears to already have a screen protector attached. Probably a good call on their part to just leave that in, but I'm amazed how thin it feels when unfolded. But now, of course, we have to do it. That's what it's all about. Don't break on me, don't break on me. Oh, wow. Actually, the hinge feels pretty solid and not terribly thick when folded up either. Okay, folding phones, first impression just out the box, have definitely come a long way since the last time I used them. And honestly, this camera bump has never looked more iPhone from Google. Just big, bulging camera bump in the top left corner of the rear with a couple lenses to choose from, with even a matte finish. Come on, this is basically just an iPhone running Android. I like the color as well, and unlike the Samsung phones, Google really isn't afraid to turn up the corner radius on these edges, which in my opinion, especially if you're using it in your right hand, feels a lot more comfortable and natural. Of course, the tricky part is when you're making a folding phone, you kind of need that hinge point to be flat. So the downside is when you're using the outside screen, it feels a little bit asymmetrical because now you've got sharp corners on one side. But I say that helps you remember which way to open it, and maybe if you hand this phone over to a friend or family member, they can remember which way it opens and not try to bend it the wrong way or something. But I don't know, I've really appreciated the way Google does their software, and I feel like the hardware has gotten so much better. And because I use my phone as a camera so much these days, I feel like Google might still come out in the lead in this regard. But anyway, Samsung probably has the better screen. Let's just power this bad boy up, and already getting some taptic feedback there, which is good. Wonder when you buy from Amazon how much battery they ship it with out the box. Oh, not much. Okay, it doesn't say exactly at the top, but oh, already under 20%. That's okay. I'm sure the phone's not that old, and I will continue the setup process and report back to you shortly. But that's the basic unboxing experience. I guess I should tell you guys what I paid. So when it was new, this phone was nearly $2,000, and it hasn't even been out for a year yet, and now you're actually able to get it for about $1,400 after taxes and everything. So about the same price as what I paid for my iPhone 16 Pro Max, except I get a lot more screen real estate, obviously. This feels weird, having a little tablet like this that I can just dual wield a lot easier. Man, this refresh rate is fantastic as well. Okay, I'm already kind of getting used to this. The crease is pretty noticeable though, I must say, both when I'm swiping back and forth and when I'm just looking at it, but it could be because this is a somewhat dark display. Hopefully Apple's Foldable has a harder to see crease. Obviously on the outside though, it feels very normal, very natural. Doesn't feel like it would take up too much more space in my pocket, but first impressions are good for a $1,400 phone that has a high refresh rate mini tablet that fits in my pocket. Not bad. Okay, and just like that, we are now set up. I've got signed in, and it's amazing to me how easy it is when so many of your account services are powered through Google to just sign into one email address and boom, all of this data is saved. Like my YouTube watch history, of course, I use this a lot. And of course, my entire YouTube music library, which is amazing. So in some ways, honestly, this is even a little bit easier to set up than an iPhone, because on my iPhone, I've got to sign into my Apple account and my Google account services, but this is just one-stop shop, and I'm already getting pretty comfortable with the multitasking experience. I love how easy it is to just split two apps next to each other. So now I can have, you know, my music selection on one side and my news timeline in the other, which is great. As a social media manager, this comes up a lot, so of course I'm not going to be reviewing it just after, I don't know, about an hour of use, but first impressions are quite positive, and I'll go into more detail in my longer term review, which I'll probably drop in a week or two. Also, fingerprint reader, very quick, which is nice, but also so is the face unlock. Like, I just unfold the phone, and even though it's just one camera, it unlocks really, really fast to the point that I don't even feel like there is a biometric, and I don't think even these can be easily fooled with photographs. They use the AI or slightly better facial recognition than can be spoofed with a singular photo. At least I need to maybe prove that, but biggest downside so far, crease is kind of noticeable at a wide variety of angles. You feel it even when scrolling, but maybe it kind of blurs into the background the more you use it. But what I'm really excited to start doing more of is this feature where we do the rear camera screen. So basically I'm using the rear facing camera, which is of course the best camera on the phone, and I've got a nice big viewfinder on the outside. Probably going to record a few more videos with this. This will be fun to mess around with. But thank you for following along with me on this experimental journey with folding phones, and thank you to everybody supporting this channel directly. It seriously helps us out a ton, as does just watching these videos. So thanks again. Have an excellent rest of your day.